in chaos. It's the prime creative substances in which the order came from. When we talking about melanin, we talking about in Egyptology, it's the primordial noon, right? It's the waters of creation, and the waters are running amok until you can harness them waters' energy. Water
Right.
symbolic of spirit.
Right, because I remember when Pops was teaching us about noon and basically undifferentiated matter, he was explaining how this is a state of nothingness, basically a state of existence before things actually combined and aggregated and came together to form what we see now today in the physical realm.
Yep. So it's like if you pour a soda pop in the glass, it's going to fizz. It's not fizzing because it couldn't fizz in the bottle. It's only fizzing because you just poured it into a cup and disturbed it.
Right.
This is what the melanin is doing. So now, as you learn to control pouring the soda in the cup in order to reduce the amount of fizz so that you don't overflow the cup, this is how you your higher self is organizing the chaos energy, and it uses your self-discipline to do it.
Now, when you look in like Google or different scientific books of ancient Greek mythology, they attempted to teach us that chaos was a Greek god that represented the universe when it wasn't unformed. Or excuse me, when it was unformed, when it was undifferentiated matter. How would you go about explaining that to the grassroots?
So the Greek sciences comes from the Egyptian knowledge. The metaphors that they're using in the Greek is actually a science. So when they're talking about chaos, they literally talking about the primordial noon. So imagine all good and bad things existing in a state of non-existence, bumping into each other, and there's no form of expression, and it's just random and erratic.
Right.
In order to have creation, you have to bring that under control of order. And this is why they say out of darkness comes the light. Light is created. If you remember in the Holy Tabs, Pops talks about the dot forming a line.
That's in chapter 1, tablet 1.
Yeah.
And the line formed the wall formed the square, and so on and so forth.
He's telling you how light is created from the primordial noon in order for it to manifest visible spectrum so you can see it.
So was that this is for the people, was that a literal line, a literal wall, or what does it represent metaphorically?
Metaphorically, there's no terms in the languages that we know on the earth to explain it. And the closest thing that he can give you to explain it is the dot forming the line. Because you can use the 2D written expression to relay a 19-dimensional framework in a simplified form, but it's going to take years for the mind to unlock it.
Okay, and that's now that you say that, another question that came up in the conversation with a couple of the sisters that's in our class. You mentioned the 5D. So let's say 3D, 4D, 5D. I want you to kind of sort of in simplistic terms explain what is a dimension, and then from there, what is a third dimension, fourth dimension, and fifth dimension?
Okay, so now what we're looking at when we're talking about the dimensions is levels of frequency and how the frequency is expressed so that the mind can perceive what the frequency is telling it. So when we talk two-dimensional, we talk about that thing which is written on a flat surface. That's the 2D. When we talk three-dimensionally, we're talking about a fixed position reality that have three forms of existence: solid, liquid, and gas. When we get to the fourth dimension, this is the plane of force. This is the field of mind. And by the way, that's the dream realm, the fourth dimension.
That's in the tablets 2, chapter 7, the living soul. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, oh man, you're right on it. So the dream realm is where we create the lower realms, 3D, 2D, like that. The dimensions is described in 3D as like different light rays. Like the light take on the spectrum and we can only see a small portion of it.
Right.
So the portion that's above our perception would be higher dimension, and those which is lower from lower perception is what we would call lower dimensions. The 3D is where all of the upper dimensions is expressed in the physical realm. This is the best way to describe 3D is 3D fixed position reality, having a God particle as a stabilizing link. So when they discovered the Higgs boson in 2012, that was discovering the wall that the line created. Because it's all condensed light rays. Everything that we think we see as a physical object on a molecular level is nothing that we think it is.
Right. That's why
Right.
they say the physical world is an illusion.
Yeah. So when you study epigenetics, you realize that wherever we are in truth, we're not really here. We projected here in consciousness. So the easiest way to explain our collective unconscious, where we all linked, is like a big bag of water, and you dropped it on a pin cushion. Every little stream of water that comes out of that is one of us, but the source bag is Prime Creator.
Got you. So go ahead.
We call it a mastermind, like Napoleon Hill Mastermind Group, and the Law of Success explains it perfect, where it can be used. So the whole world of thinking people forms a egregor, which is a thought form. The egregor then takes on its own life separate from those who created it. The whole trick of the secret society is learning to take control of the egregor of humanity, which goes back to the 100 monkey effect. When you strategically place specifically powerful minded people and specific geographical locations around the world, and they can communicate telepathically, all of the ones who turn their telepathy off become subject to the will of those who could drive the egregor, which is only a thought form. It's a collection of thoughts. So to hack into it, you build up a belief system. What happens when you build up a belief system is you create a thought form with its own subsection in the egregor at large. So it's like creating a little cell of believers over here and over there. That's why religion is there. All of these years of our people praying to Jesus, Muhammad, we created the power in the egregor of those religions that make it more believable to the ones who haven't woke up to the egregor's nature yet.
And you define egregor as what?
A thought form.
That everybody has, or it's just relative to specific people?
Well, the universal mind is the egregor. They call it the universal mind, or the great mind, different stuff like that in metaphysics. But it's just the egregor. This is the collection of all of the thinking that we do on the planet, knowingly or unknowingly. The side effect of any agreement between two or more people generates an egregor. And that's how religion is kept powerful.
So how does that relate to the oversoul?
The oversoul is the encasement of the universal mind. The oversoul don't care if you murder a motherfucker or if you get murdered. It's indifferent. Not until it comes into the universal mind do we start distinguishing right from wrong and developing the polarity of opposites, which is a 3D construct. Because once you get into the 5D, murder and birth is the same thing.
Right. It's opposite ends of the same spectrum.
Right. It's just how Pop say it. The only difference is degree.
Right. Just like he was saying, like, there's no good or bad. Like you can use fire to burn somebody, or you can use fire to cook some food that's healthy and feed them to nourish their particular physical body. So
it's neither good or bad. It's what Darth Vader told Luke. I mean, not Darth Vader. Obi-Wan told Luke, the Force is neither good nor bad. It's your intent that makes it that way.
And how you use it.
Yeah. So just because I got a gun don't mean I got to shoot everybody. But
So,
some people are from a different mindset. If they got a gun, they gonna shoot many motherfuckers as they can until they don't got the gun or the bullets no more.
so let's deal with that. The universal mind. Is there one mind that we're all connected with in the universe where we gain our thoughts and our perception from? Or is it one mind that gave us the ability to perceive things on our own?
And simultaneously, both of those things you just said. One produces the other. You can't have one without the other. That's like trying to have a corn without the cob. You can't have one without the other. Now you can take the corn off the cob. You can use the cob separate from the corn. But in its original form, it's going to produce both.
Got you. So a language question that I was asked, because I have been, and shout out to my elder brother Love, my mentor. He and I have been having extensive conversations about the alchemy of the language in Nuwabic. Can you kind of go in depth about how our particular language evolves us to pretty much have the frequencies that's needed, and speak a little bit about the frequencies as far as like what is needed and why?
Okay, so we in this frequency now of oppressed versus the oppressor. That's the nature of the Aquarian age up until now. It's going into the nature of the Piscean age up until now, going into the Aquarian age, is taking away those opposite or those things that we are under now, those two opposing views. It's like creating a hologram. You need a fixed idea, and then you need a mutable mind. The mutable mind and the fixed idea work in conjunction to create the holographic reality, right? So the language influences, when you know the frequencies and the tones, influences the hologram and how it manifests. So we're talking about the double slit experiment in physics, telling you the mechanics of it. If you don't focus the attention on the frequency is a wave. But once you focus the attention on it, you add the second element to lock it into a fixed position, and it becomes the particle. In the frequency of language, you have to have a grasp of language to know which frequencies facilitate higher thought and which frequencies drive you to a lesser thought. So we're trying to overcome the thoughts that allows oppression to be acceptable to anybody, anywhere on the planet. So Baba say, if a leader gonna be a leader, he gotta have a plan that's workable anywhere. Because if the plan is not workable anywhere, everywhere, it's not truly workable anywhere, right? So we talking about the thinking of leadership. So when you put a language together, like Pops in the community put Nuwapic together, you put Nuwapic together with the understanding of how the tones affects the whole cortex. Now the brain is in the reptilian brain, the old mammal brain, and the new mammal brain, the neocortex and the endocortex, or the old cortex, the old brain. When you use all three of them in conjunction, you create a different pitch and tone in which the ears become the receivers of, in order to tell the organism of the self at what level to think. So when we talk about Yeah, so we got like 800 people in here.
Oh yeah, it's going down. Let's share that screen right there. Well, so while we got you on that topic on the Conjure Wars, what was them setting up what part of the Washington Monument and the mirror, like the mirror cities too, like Memphis, Cairo, really Las Vegas like a mirror city to me. So they using them when they doing this conjuring, are they mirroring? Why are they mirror imaging both sides of the field, the left side and the right side with these
right
monuments and things?
Well, you got to remember they got twin cities to every prominent city in America got a twin city somewhere else in the world.
Okay.
These obelisks are symbols of patriarchy.
Okay.
It's called Cleopatra's Needle.
Okay.
Because when it was originally set up, they would build an obelisk to represent a Kemetic ruler. The women had chosen their man as the alpha out of all of the royal bloodline. They done went through all of the men and they chose one. So they erect the obelisk to show that he's potent. His phallus is strong and long.
Okay.
Right now, if you look to the left of the obelisk see the one with the cross on top of it?
Yeah.
That means that a man was conquered by the Christian church. Or one of the leaders was conquered by the Christian church. That's why it's a cross on top of it. Ain't supposed to be nothing on top of an obelisk. Okay, now if you look to the left of that, you're going to see a mammary gland as the dome of a mosque.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a breast of the woman. If you could zoom in, you're gonna see it's a cross on top of it.
Yeah.
So the woman and the man have both been subjugated by the church. The church conquered them both. So they plant their symbol on top of our symbol.
Yeah. You got that, Rod.
All right, now what we trying to do is we trying to reclaim what's rightfully ours. In other words, take the cross off the top of those two images and you restore the matriarchy and you reestablish the patriarch of the matriarchy, the man and the woman.
That's heavy.
You got a layout of the Vatican. I want to show you something.
Yeah, I might got a layout of the Vatican. I got that ass. Don't worry about nothing. Where is it at?
Hopefully it's an aerial view, or you could just pull it up on Google.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Man, they got mad about that last tape, but you must have said something. They didn't want to look about that.
Them three sisters I showed, or two of them. I showed two sisters. Three of them. I showed Chief Warhol. It's one more sister in from Louisiana. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute, but we got to go to this first. Pull that up.
Right there.
That's it right there.
Got that. It looked like Solomon, one of the temples in ancient Kemet. Because I got another layout I can put next to that and show you the layout of the ancient Kemet.
Yeah, but we finna go over some of this layout.
All right, let me put it up for you. All right, where is it?
We ain't never supposed to figure none of this shit out we talking about. We supposed to stay dumb to this shit forever. Elijah Muhammad sent me a message and he told me I had to figure it out. And I was like, man, that's a big ass job. And his messenger told me, oh, it's okay, you can handle it. I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck you know I can handle it? Why you ain't get a job to somebody else? That's a lot of shit.
Yeah, right.
35 years of study.
Yeah, you crack your dome and twist their caps right now. Hit that like button if you're in the building. If you want to show your brother Rod Hayes some love, we got the Cash App in the links, y'all. All right, this is the brother. Okay, I got it now. Let me put it up now. All right, there we go. I'm definitely gonna have to delete some of these pictures and these other photos. Y'all don't. It's game over. All right, there you go, brother.
Right now, this right here used to be the shrine of the Black Madonna. It wasn't a shrine. It was actually where she gave orders from.
Uh-huh.
Right? Now, if you go to where I think it's a Paul altar in the middle.
Yep, right here. Oh, like
Yep.
a Pope altar. Uh-huh. Like a toilet seat.
Papal altar. Now, in the church where this sit, you see where it say papal altar?
Yep, right here.
Right. Now, where this sit at in the church, the altar is actually over the Pope's head.
Yeah.
So go pull up the actual picture of the papal altar and the Pope. Pope on papal altar. Put Pope on papal altar.
I got you.
I'm telling you, I be showing motherfuckers, but they say I don't got no receipts.
Yeah, the receipts.
They say I don't got no receipts. Are you seeing some receipts today?
Yeah, we seeing receipts right here, man. We seeing receipts. Oh, I'm gonna get that. Don't worry about that. Okay, that's how you got PayPal. So PayPal is connected with this shit. That's what it say.
Look, I don't see it.
We had it. It on another video.
You got to see the seat that he sit under.
Yeah, we had it in another video. I think this might
There
be.
you go. Blow that up.
Let's blow that up. Yeah, we talked about this on another video. Let's get it. Let's get there. We got him. Don't
find one with him seated on it, because he sit under it because he's not allowed to sit in it. But when you realize how big that,
you see it?
Yeah. Now scroll down to the bottom of it. Let's see what they got at the bottom.
Okay, hold on.
That's not it.
That's not. Yeah, it's not it. It got like a more of a design at the top. I know what it looked like. I'm gonna find
Put
it.
Pope under the throne.
All right, this might be it right here. No, that ain't it. Hold up. I know exactly what you're talking about. This might be it right here. Is this it right here?
I don't think so. That's
Okay.
another room.
Okay.
Just put Pope under the throne.
I got you.
Now when I get done explaining this picture to you.
Here you go right here. Oh, god damn, go back.
Yep.
Go back. Right here. This it right here, ain't it? Right here.
Yep.
Let me blow it up for you. The Conjure Wars, y'all. The Conjure Wars. They're doing alchemy on us. This over our head. But the brother Rod Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under it.
Yeah,
see how little that chair? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who in the fuck is that goddamn big?
Hell yeah.
And why is that chair up in the air suspended?
Yeah, right?
That's the Queen of Heaven and Earth seat.
Ishtar, the Blessed Mother Mary.
Inanna, Ishtar, all the same person, or same title, different languages. Right? So we call her the Queen of Heaven and Earth. And when she's incarnate, she's the Queen of Heaven on Earth. Right? This is her seat. He ain't allowed to sit in it because if a man sit in it, it kills all their contracts.
What?
That's why it's 30 feet in the air. They don't want the janitor to come in there and get tired and accidentally sit down.
And fuck up the whole alchemical plan.
Yep, fuck up. Oh, no, they fuck up all their dirt. Because if a man sit in that seat, his ass gonna fry.
What?
And then it's gonna bring all of their conjures to an end immediately. That's the one rule. No man is to sit on the queen seat.
Go ahead.
Now look at the left side and the right side of the throne. What you see?
I see
bishops, right?
Yeah, bishops. Almost bishops. Yep. And then he got two beams at the top, like bringing down a crown on into the seat. You see that?
Right, because when she's not incarnate, the crown is suspended.
And it's supposed to be heavy.
That's
right here.
Metaphor. Yeah. So now when you're talking about, that's Nibiru right there with a dove in the middle. That's Nibiru returning. It looked like the sun, but it ain't the sun.
Okay.
So they've been telling us it's been sun worship and it's been Nibiru worship.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't worship no planets. We don't worship no stars. We only give reverence to the Queen of Heaven and Earth, and we only respect each other as respectable as we present ourselves.
Uh-huh.
That's it. All this old God shit, worship shit, go back to Adam Weishaupt. Go back to the file I sent you.
Let's get his ass.
Not Adam Weishaupt, what's my man name? Albert Pike.
Let's get his, hey, Fat Man. Let's get Fat Man ass. Pull him up. Fat Man.
Above all things, let us never forget that mankind constitutes one great brotherhood, all born to encounter suffering and sorrow, and therefore bound to sympathize with each other. That's the justification for putting us in these conditions of adverse struggle. Right? It's another one on there where you talk about the religion, though.
Okay, did that one. I think it's this one.
No, we already went over that one.
No, this you ain't go over this one.
That ain't the World War III. Blow it up. Let's see what it is. Yep. Masonry, like all religions, all the mysteries, conceals its secret from all except adepts, sages, or the elect, and use false explanations and misinterpretations of its symbols to mislead those who deserve only to be misled. The blue degrees are but the outer court or the portico of the temple. Part of the symbols are displayed there to the initiate, but he is intentionally misled by false interpretations. It's the dogma.
Yeah.
It is not intended that he shall understand them, but it is intended that he shall imagine he understands them. Their true explication is reserved for the adepts, the princes of masonry. General Albert Pike wrote those words in a work called Morals and Dogma
I got this
of
book.
the Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Who I tell you they came in? 32 degree what?
Yeah, Scottish rights.
Right. See that year, 1871?
Yeah, yeah.
That was written after the usurpation of the Constitution. Okay, so pull up U.S. two constitutions.
All right.
Google.
Gotcha.
That's Article 2.
Okay. Okay.
If you go to images, it should be easier to find.
Okay, let's do it. All right, it says one right. This is one right here, and then it's another one.
You see the two side-by-side papers, second down?
Yeah,
First,
the Continental Congress, and then the Continental Congress, and then
no. Hold on, I'm gonna have to send it to you.
All right.
Right
here, you don't see it right there?
Okay, let's go read some of that. Let's see, because that sounds like that might be it. You know how to right click and enlarge the print.
Oh, let me see. Oh man, come on.
Not the picture.
Yeah, maybe I had to let's see, the United States. I'm trying to find a part where they talk about two constitutions. Yes, it's derived from Muslim law, Hebrew law.
You see, Muslims and Hebrews is playing a whole lot of shit into the United States, and we not from the Middle East. Why they shit over here?
Yeah, right. Why is it derived from Muslim law? Oh, that a bunch of bull crap.
No, remember, the Third World War was supposed to be against the Muslims and the Hebrews.
I says the final chapter concludes that the United States has two constitutions, the written constitution in peacetime and a special unwritten constitution in the time of war of a nation's emergency. Thomas J. Reed is professor, interest of the law, Water University School of Law. But then it says, since the Declaration of Independence in 1776, the U.S. had two constitutions. The first Article of Confederation, which was established in 1781. Then currently, the Constitution that was established in 1787, 6 years later.
That's the one. 1787.
Yeah, it's 1787. Then 17. The first one was the Declaration of Independence, 1776. Then the U.S. had two constitutions. The first Article of Confederations, which was established in 1781. Then the current Constitution that was established in 1787. See what they put the Article of Confederations?
No, it's not the Articles of Confederation. That's the Iroquois Constitution.
Okay.
One of them is the corporate jurisdiction. Okay, do this. All laws commercial. Type that in.
All right. Got it. It says commercial law, also known as merchant law and trade law.
No. It's a law in the books that say all laws commercial, what you're looking for.
Okay.
Go to the images. It's gonna be easy to find under images.